So on one hand, it's nice that you can look back at your previous work and see a difference and actually know that you're getting better at something. But on the other hand, it is kind of embarrassing when all that old stuff is still up and it's just not good. But I've been making videos more or less for about 13 years or almost 14 years now, which is crazy to say out loud. But the thing that I think I'm most proud of as far as the video making process is that pretty much all of it is self-taught. There is no how-to guide for creating a tech channel and making videos and making a business out of it until now. We basically have created the blueprint. I got to basically crystallize this blueprint in the form of a masterclass. I actually got to make a masterclass, which is pretty amazing. It's in pretty special company. I mean, I've watched Neil deGrasse Tyson's masterclass, and then I got to talk to him in person. We just watched Steph Curry win an NBA championship with the Warriors, and he did a masterclass. And so to celebrate, I'm gonna go back and look at my older videos, or at least I'll go back in time slowly and try to survive the cringe. I'll review them a bit, maybe shed some light on the behind the scenes process on some of the stuff that we did to make it happen. And we'll see how far we get back as they get increasingly more and more old. Let's do it. All right, so this first video I'm going back to is already October 2020, so it's about 2 years old. This is the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II. Reviews of smartphones has kind of become the bread and butter of the channel, and I've definitely noticed that stepping outside of that a little bit more has been more fun lately, and this is one of those videos. Snapdragon 865, 8 gigs of RAM, a 21:9 widescreen display, triple cameras, a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Really, it's like smartphones have gotten so consistent, and a lot of people just say boring, which makes a lot of sense. For this video, it's like the first 2 minutes of it is just quickly explaining what this exact phone is, but then we jumped right into all the more interesting questions about like, why this Sony phone? If you didn't already notice, the 2 in the background, the 2 lights, that's for the Xperia 1 Mark II. There's always some Easter egg in every video. Fine, but you know, technically anybody can build that. But the thing is, this phone also has a bunch of other stuff, unique, really useful stuff that I haven't seen in any other phone. But all of this stuff leads to one question, which is, why don't more people buy these? Okay, so this is why don't people buy Sony's phones from 2 years ago. It has 7.1 million views. And I just tweeted this the other day because it was so interesting. Like, I like the phones and I talk about them, but these videos average more views per video about the phone than like any other brand. I found it funny because they still have like 0% market share, but there's just a couple factors in between Sony actually getting real customers and not. One of them being the fact that there's like months between when they announce the phone and it comes out. The other one being that it's $1,500. It's frustrating because it seems like Sony's kind of suffering from some of the same stuff LG has lately anyway, which is their inability to RIP LG. All right, I think we can go older. Okay, so this video here is the Samsung Galaxy Fold unboxing from 2019. 23 million views. The retail unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Fold. That's a cool box. This is an interesting one. This is the first foldable phone that's really going on sale to the masses. It's priced way higher than even any other high-end Samsung flagship, so it's clearly positioned as a luxury device. So this video style is pretty similar still to, 3 years ago to now. It's close. The funny behind the scenes story about the Fold though, that I've kind of told, but maybe I'll just put it all in one place here. You guys already know it broke and there was lots of stories that came out about it. I actually got a shot of me peeling the screen protector off and it breaking on camera, but it never made it to the internet because what happened was I'd shot this whole unboxing and first impressions video and the magnet paper and all that fun stuff. And then as I was editing it, I said, oh, you know what? I didn't get a shot yet of taking the screen protector off. So I set up the camera and got the shot of peeling the screen protector and got it. I mean, it shut down as I was peeling it off. So I had that shot and I said, oh, that's bad. Well, let me get back to that. So I finished editing the unboxing video, published that, and then the next day, I'm like trying to figure out what happened to the screen. And then another person on Twitter saying, hey, me too. Hey, me too. And so I chimed in on Twitter, hey, mine also broke. And that's when the avalanche of Galaxy Fold screen breaking stuff happened. There were very, very few review units. This was one of them. They were all taken back. So there's a magnet in each side of the Galaxy Fold.
about 2/3 of the way down, as demonstrated by this magnet paper.
The magnet paper is it's just so fun. It's evergreen. Everyone likes seeing where the magnets are in things, and this paper, every time I use it in a Instagram post, in a TikTok even, it's just fun. We just like the magnet paper.
So they're so strong that they have a bit of a field effectively outside of the phone itself, strong enough to pick up metal objects and things like
yeah, I remember that.
A bunch of washers, nails, or even whole bags of nails.
What a weird feature.
And I even had a small wrench that worked, and an Apple Pencil, which of course has a piece of metal in it for the iPad's magnet, that worked, and a really, really big Allen key. It's made of metal, and it can pick it up. This magnet is for real.
I forgot about that.
So just had to share that, a little proof from what I was talking about from the last video.
So you can see in the background, this is in the old studio. We're in a different part of the same building now, but I can picture almost with photographic memory exactly where everything in this old studio was until we moved out.
The Retro Tech Episode 1 on the original Game Boy. It's a good time to be a video nerd. Either way, thanks for watching.
Okay, so the clock in the background, or the little screen, as you can see, 8,304,962 subscribers. That was a live counter at that time when YouTube didn't round. Now they just round to the nearest. This would say 8.3, but they used to actually tell you how many.
Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Still similar in style. I've had the same camera stuff setups. I've used a lot of the same lenses since 2019, so I think we can go even older. So this is the HTC U Ultra rant/review from 2017. I mean, it's my channel. I get to talk about the things that I like and that I'm interested in. And so the process for like deciding what to make videos about is like when something is so cool or so good that I want to talk about it, then it gets a video. And then there's this like gray area in between. And then there's the stuff that's so bad that it needs like a PSA or people need to know not to buy it. Yeah, if you don't think I did negative videos, you should probably watch this one. I remember this notch, this weird side notch.
What is up, guys? I'm Mkbhd here, and this is the brand new HTC.
I don't know why I look different. It's probably the lack of, it's the beard. That's what it is. And it's definitely the beard.
U Ultra, and it is definitely the shiniest phone of all time. And this happens to also be HTC's first big smartphone of 2017, and it's coming to the US with a price tag of $749. So this is definitely a...
That used to be a lot of money for a smartphone.
The Galaxy Note 7,
nice
and even
little
the
clean
Pixel
top-down
XL,
shot,
which stands for extra large, and is bigger than all of those, and even others with even smaller displays. It's bigger than all of them, and it's still 8mm thick, so it's also definitely not trying to be a super thin phone in any way either. So
okay, so these shots here, this is what we used to do a little bit more often before we had enough of a studio space to really make a large variety of shots. We'd use this thing called Breather, which is, it's originally supposed to let people just rent a space in the city and just like take a breather or study or read or hang out. And they all looked kind of cool and cooler than our studio. So I would use this as a like mobile video studio that pop up in New York City.
And the portless feature isn't quite here yet. And HTC U definitely could have also, but you didn't for some reason. Seems like a poor use of space. And then the battery. The HTC U Ultra has a 3,000 milliamp hour battery, which doesn't seem that bad, but for context, yeah, something's a little bit off here.
I love this. I mean, this is one of my favorite videos to put together, not because I like trashing on phones, but this is one of the earlier times in a video, in a review or something like this, where I spend an extra bit of effort to make sure that there's a common thread throughout the video.
A really poor use of space. Poor use of space. Seems like a poor use of space. Seems like a poor use of space. Poor use of space.
This doesn't always work with phones or reviews at all, but when it does, it's great for obviously retention and for enjoying the video the whole way through because you know what you come away from the video with.
With that, I'll say skip this one, and you could pretty easily wait for the HTC 11 to come out pretty soon, or just grab a Galaxy S8 when that comes out, or an LG G6, or pretty much any other $700 smartphone, which will be a better use of space than this one. So that's been it. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, there's been quite a few videos with said tone in the past. No big deal. There's a lot of fun of trying to figure out, trying to toe the line between what to talk about and not to talk about. All right, let's get older. This is the most nervous I think I've ever been in my life. So this is in 2015, and it's kind of out of the blue and random for the channel. I've been talking about tech and gadgets and handheld stuff, and along comes this email from Nike saying, hey, Kobe Bryant's releasing a new signature shoe. This is in the middle of his farewell tour and his legendary final NBA season, and there's some tech in it, and we figure it would be cool to invite you to come talk to him about it. You down? What? Yeah, okay, sure, of course, yeah. I still don't think I'm that good of an interviewer, but this is what the Talking Tech series since then this is what it's all about.
From a tech perspective, I've kind of tried to dabble into it a little bit, but I found myself not being extremely passionate about it, unless it's centered around sports, right? And things that involve health, training, things of that sort. But overall, I wouldn't describe myself as a very tech-savvy person.
Love the brutal honesty. This is the thing about Kobe, like, when he cares about something, he dives into it.
I have no idea what a CD player is.
Starstruck, that
Let
kid.
alone a Walkman. It was like, wait, you had to rewind what?
Yeah.
When that song was over, you had to flip it over and do
like
what?
use the other side of the tape?
Yeah,
What is that?
yeah. So, when I first came in the league, the world was such a different place.
This is a 3-camera shoot, I remember. We took 3 cameras out there. I shot with a friend John from TLD Today. Awesome with making videos. And this is also the last video that I ever edited in Adobe Premiere. Shoe B-roll.
The shoe must...
It's harder than phone B-roll when you're used to phone B-roll. But it's the same shot in my hand.
Some free technology. We've combined some of the zoom and lunar technology, which have been some of the staples with some of my other shoes. Mm-hmm. But they normally behave in isolation. Right. They normally don't communicate with each other.
This is like way more in-depth information that I actually thought I would get. Normally you get someone who's like doing a sort of a promo tour and they're just like, oh yeah, watch my new movie. Oh yeah, buy my new product. He's literally explaining how like Nike Flyknit works with the ankle of the shoe and how he has more torque around the heel but less around the sides, so there's mobility with the shoe. It's crazy.
Thanks for being a part of this. I appreciate the time, and hopefully we get to do it again.
Thank you.
Awesome.
That was the first of like the interviews that I ever did. In hindsight, I feel like I have a lot to thank Kobe for. Obviously that was the only time I ever met him. I remember when we went to go set up the video stuff, and the guy was like, all right, yeah, so Kobe, when he walks in, he's gonna go over to the left, and he's gonna do this interview, then he's gonna go over here and do this interview, then he's gonna come to you and do that interview, and then he's gonna head out. My heart's in my throat. He comes over and he's the nicest guy, and he helps sort of break the ice. And I heard you doing this YouTube thing. This is cool. Let's talk about tech. Incredible. We need more guys like him. All right, we're going back to 2014 now. So this is in case it looks kind of crazy already, this is a video I shot in collaboration with the Verge's video team. They have an amazing video team. They still do to this day, but this is like they're in their prime of like this crazy ultra wide video and a very recognizable style with motion graphics. So this is a collab shoot. Also, my hand is broken because as you can see, there's some stitches. In practice, I just broke my hand like a week or two before I shot this. It's fine though, we can still shoot a video. Kind of like the Galaxy Note 4, and I take the finish from the Nokia Lumia series, so that's motion graphics
instead of a raw metal. Soft touch is obviously easier to hold, and
2014, this was state of the art. It's funny that 5.5 inches was a massive display back then, and now I think the mini iPhone is just a little smaller than that. So inside, we gotta have top-notch specs. So here in late 2014, that means
what is that?
Quad-core Snapdragon 805, 3 gigs of RAM, the Adreno 420 GPU, basically the whole deal. So for the battery, the whole deal. I'm reviewing a phone right now with 18 gigs of RAM, just for context. And hours are better. Did you see that? Fully translate. In a dream phone, I'd be okay with anything 3,500 milliamp hours or better. This, it says this transition we were using, if you pause it at the right place, it says Film Impact Demo. On the right here is an LG ad. And then on the right here is a Samsung phone ad. And the next shot, there's a Google Android ad. These things are everywhere. I think that's why we shot this year, because I said, oh, for the operating system, Android. But also, I'm shooting this right around Times Square, and if you look over the left side of the frame, that tall billboard, very recently we just got a Team C's billboard put on that exact super tall billboard where the ball drops in Times Square. I also have a shot of my own face on a Times Square billboard recently. It's crazy how that works out.
I don't need
Just
any
pigeons
sort of
flying
crazy
behind me.
swiveling camera.
And then the Verge Mkbhd collab. See, that was kind of neat. All right, so now we're going really, really far into the archives here. This is where the cringe really hits. So this is 2009. So I can explain. It's hard to explain, but I can explain. Even today, I still have a short intro before the video. So it was like you could make a short animation with some free tools, and I wasn't skilled with video editing, so I was just using free tools. So this thing called Animoto, you could put in a couple of photos,
So I just used
and it would
the
create this
webcam on
quick
the
little
laptop
animation for you.
and
So I didn't
pose
have any
with
photos.
several
So
different
you could make a
webcams on the
short
laptop
animation,
and
including
pose
with some
with
free
several
tools.
different
You know? This is the first place I ever made videos, which is in the corner of my bedroom in my parents' house. I'm on the webcam of the first computer I ever had, which was the HP Pavilion DV7T. I used this computer for like the first 400 videos.
So what I'm going to go into is that right now I'm going to check right now. Right now I have approximately 70.
I sound like Elmo. Just gonna put that out there.
If I go to my page, youtube.com/Marcus Brownlee, just click on the link over there. I have 74 subscribers.
I clearly was not making money from this, had no intentions of this being my job at any point. It was just a fun thing I enjoyed doing when I got back from practice. I'm literally like wearing my hoodie from after practice. Before I had to go do my homework, I would just like make a video because it was fun.
What else can I tell you? I mean, video 100, uploading more.
I've run out of things to say.
Stay tuned for more battery tips. I'm still uploading more battery tips for you guys.
I've run out of things to say.
Desktop, well.
It was actually back in the day when I used to get an email for every single person who ever subscribed to the channel. And when they did, I would click on their profile and I would leave a message thanking them for subscribing.
Yeah, all right, that's basically it. So thanks for watching. Subscribe and stay tuned for more. And I hope you like this video. Peace.
Peace. Never didn't have that. Let's go all the way back. This is the best place to end it. Here we go.
Bought a new laptop. And
I literally, this is the first video I ever made, January 2009. I turn on the laptop webcam and I just start talking, and then I realize that my glasses are reflecting the laptop screen, and I just take them off. I just panic and take them off. I don't know who told me to put my collar like that. Okay, so yeah.
quite a nice remote. So
Quite a nice video center remote. This is like those old makeup tutorials where you got to hold it up to the camera like this because there's autofocus. I don't know if I can make it through the whole video without cringing. Let's try.
this
I'm like struggling with like the fact that it reverses. So when I move left, it moves right. So I move back to try to keep it in the frame.
Fast forward, your play
Media
card.
controls, yes, it's a media player remote.
Oh no, it's pretty handy. It fits in your pocket quite easily. It's, as you can see, I have a big hand, but it's pretty small.
Wow, I said that in the first video.
Leave comments and subscribe. Thanks.
Yeah, that was fun. I hope we'll probably do this again, some future version where I look back at 2020 videos and cringe. But hey, until then, this has been it. If you want to check out the masterclass link below, that'll also be there. But yeah, thanks for hanging around and sticking to this and subscribing and being here for the videos, guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace. Love a train horn.